meow scene made it in, everybody.
The meow scene was in the movie.
It was in the movie, and we weren't the only people that went, meow.
Yeah, we all went, meow. Everyone did it.
Everyone
did it.
Meow. And I was, oh my god, what?
So wholesome.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was. Oh.
I honestly thought it was just gonna be me and you, John, that were doing
Yeah,
it.
but I remember it all came up. We were like,
yeah, but me and
Come
you were
on.
like, oh, we're doing it.
it's coming. I'm in it if you're in it. I'm in it if you're in it. I'm ready to look like an idiot and probably get kicked out if you're in it.
Let's go. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Hey, yo, it's the Sonic Show. Tune on in, come on, and let's go.
Okay.
cut
Well,
like
I guess we could say we just saw the Sonic movie.
Guys, it was horrible. Don't go see it.
Yeah, someone was screaming profanities in the cinema. Thankfully, Birds of Prey.
We did go to see Birds of Prey. It was much better. Yeah. I really want to get it out of my system, the echidnas in the beginning.
Oh, please,
I need
can
to
we
go
talk
back.
about the
I really
echidnas?
need to go back and look at every single one that surrounded that hut and see if they were all echidnas or if just some of them were.
No, I think they were all
I think they
echidnas.
were like the echidna tribe.
When you saw them running, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's the echidna tribe.
yeah. Can we just talk about that for a second? Lore-wise, I know this isn't meant to be like the games, but like they're all dead, right? 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, but
are they
that-
just disregarding that, or are these meant to actually be like surviving ones that live on South Island?
That's the thing. We know that the film's plot takes place 10 years after Sonic came there, which, by the way, wasn't actually addressed. Like they didn't. We just know that because we're.
So Sonic was 5 in the opening.
Yeah, if we're assuming that Sonic was a teenager.
Yeah.
That kind of lines up.
I guess so.
So that means that these are. Would this make sense?
What do you mean?
The last remaining echidna tribe.
I mean, there's nothing. There's never been anything shown in the games to say that there can't be.
If they were sent to get Sonic's powers, that means someone sent them.
Right. I did appreciate that when Sonic was talking about it, he said like there will always it was Longclaw. One of them said like whether that there will always be those who are power hungry.
Yeah,
and I
yes.
thought that lines up pretty well with echidnas.
As long as you have that power, someone will always want it.
Yeah.
And then she went, oh god, do you know I really liked Longclaw?
I just want to throw this out there, yeah, just about that. I think she looked a bit too real.
Too
I
real.
was just gonna say that her design was very.
It didn't look like a Sonic character.
It
It looked
felt
like an
like-
actual.
It was like she tried to audition for that Guardians film,
Yeah.
and she just kind of came back was like, hey,
I didn't get a good enough look at her, but she had like bling on and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bling?
She should have
Bling.
tried.
And then she died.
Then she
She had, like, 2 minutes
She
on
had
screen.
an arrow shot. Can we just say that the first 3 minutes of the movie, someone had an arrow shot through their chest?
Yeah.
So,
And they didn't specifically show her die.
oh, no, that's true.
Could
She
still be
did
alive.
fight against the echidnas. Can we also just say the fact that Longclaw's hut had additional huts?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Those obviously aren't for the echidnas.
If the Babylonians. Yeah, boy.
Oh wait! What if Longclaw's Jen the Hawk is sitting there in his little nest as a baby.
See,
Like,
that's the thing. When I'm watching the film, I'm looking for like specific lore shit. You know what I mean?
I'm the fastest thing alive.
Oh, but yeah, the South Island looked 1-to-1 like it does in the game, and even on the drawing he had on the map, it was actually
Yeah.
Master System Sonic 1 South
was,
Island.
it
It was
was.
the exact shape.
The music in the beginning.
Hyper potions made it into the movie.
That surprised me because I
I
genuinely
thought that was
thought.
just a trailer.
Oh, that was
Exactly.
Japan's
I
marketing.
thought like, oh, that makes sense. Songs are licensed for the
Yeah.
trailer, and then when it was in the movie, I was like, oh.
Wow.
good.
Like, they could have had, yeah.
And at one point in the beginning, when he was in his little cave, he did the
He did the result screen from Sonic
Yeah.
Generations.
yeah.
Oh, it was just like there was so much to unpack in, and you know what I was just saying to Jamie, Baby Sonic could have looked a lot worse. I'm glad we didn't spend too much time on it.
Yeah.
It was very.
It was a
jarring.
bit weird.
It was a bit weird, yeah.
But it was good to establish him as a kid, and it does help establish the fact that he knows he needs to stay hidden.
Mhm.
It's not like he did because Sonic would just say whatever. That's why he was so, as a kid, he was just bouncing around all over the place.
Yeah.
So seeing him, grow up in the sense that he's trying to remain hidden was just really nice to see. It was very good. I think, would it be good to just quickly go over the things that were references? Because there weren't a
Yeah,
lot.
because a lot of the references happened like quickfire in the beginning.
Then we see Sonic's rings that he got from Longclaw, and then he opens a map.
Yeah.
I'm mad because there was a reference in there.
There was a reference in the map. Yeah,
What
yeah.
was that reference?
The reference on the map was among the various worlds where it says on the map, worlds that are safe. And
Yeah,
it goes, you
yeah.
are here on Earth. There was a couple X'd off, and there was the Mushroom Planet, and there was the Blue Sphere Special Stage of Sonic 3, and among them, oh yeah, there's things like a Saturn logo
There
and
was a
stuff.
Sega
There was also a really deep cut reference. There was a strange sun face,
Yeah.
which was actually, this is weird, I'd have to show you. It was a piece from a cut level in Sonic 1. It's in prototype
Wait a minute.
artwork.
Do you mean in the?
There's a loop and a sun
the
face.
sun?
It was that sun face.
No way.
It was legit. I swear, the exact same one.
This is mad.
Very deep cut reference. But on that same map, there was a sketch of the Chaos Emeralds.
The Chaos Emeralds, dude.
Were referenced in the movie.
They were brought up.
Yeah.
Was that a map that Longclaw gave him?
I think it's one he made.
But that means that he knows about the Chaos Emeralds.
Maybe he just came across them on his travels.
Oh, he just thought it was
Pretty stones.
pretty stones.
Yeah.
Good in my cave.
I don't know if we're going to be able to break down this whole
No,
movie.
because I remember there was one that we caught off guard, and I can't remember what it was. It was what was it?
Caught us off guard.
Yeah, it was was it the bar? No, it was his bucket list.
Yeah.
On his bucket list, it said that he wanted to learn parkour.
Parkour.
I didn't know it was up there.
Bruh!
Actually, yeah, that's something I want to talk about. Sonic in this movie. I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't think I like it or dislike it, to be honest. But Sonic was written as less cool, more like dorky,
Yeah.
kind of adorable dorky. You know,
I think he was cocky.
he was cocky, but he wasn't like radical. You know, I can kick anyone's ass.
Well,
In
I
fact,
think-
he hadn't kicked any ass.
No,
up
he
until
hadn't
that
kicked
point.
any ass before.
Yeah, like he didn't even know how to do a spin attack.
Yeah, that wasn't actually a spin dash.
Homing attack.
Tails taught him the spin dash. This is the first
Did
time.
Tails teach him the spin dash, or did he teach Tails the spin dash?
I'm pretty sure Tails.
Listen-
In the manual of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh,
1992.
was that in the Japanese manual?
Japanese text that said that Miles Tails Prower rolled in a ball and said I could go faster than you. But it was cool because and also we knew that Sonic was electric. It was all about power, whatever. It's with his emotional
Yeah, it
state.
seemed to be when he got emotional.
Yeah, either stressed or
Yeah.
upset or
happy,
angry
Or happy.
or really happy. Yeah. Well, was it that?
It seemed, that's what he implied at the end when Tom was like, he's my friend.
I don't think
And
that's
then,
happy.
like,
I think that's defense. Like he was fuming. He was a man and boy.
No, I mean at the very, very end with
With Eggman, yeah.
This unspecified energy, what even was it? Speed Force.
It was pure speed.
There you go.
Oh, so him calling him Eggman for the first time is an insult.
Well, it made more context. It made more sense in the context of the movie with Sonic giving everyone nicknames. Donut Lord, Pretzel Lady,
yeah.
Eggman.
Eggman.
Because of his flying egg drones. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that. That's actually quite clever.
Cool, isn't it?
I really wish we wrote something down because I'm
Should have taken notes during the movie.
bouncing.
Yeah.
I should have got my pen and paper out.
No, I like videos like this. It's
But-
just like unfiltered.
It's just that the one thing that I will say, which isn't down to the film, I really wish I had the willpower not to look at so much stuff online because a lot of the film has been released.
Oh,
online.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think about 50-60% of the film is
was
viewable.
shown.
When they got into San Francisco, I realized, like, wow, the trailers showed a lot.
Yeah, not gonna. There was somebody there.
Yeah.
Which isn't the film's fault.
No.
It's not their fault for having like even going to the bar. Naturally, that is a good progression. They were just on the road and they get to a stop. But because we saw so much, and even Speed Me Up, I think the video for Speed Me Up, which was just the end credit sequence, that was dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that was the
That-
whole thing,
that
except
shot-
they just took the singers out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is an amazing end credit. It works so much better as an end credit sequence than a music video.
It does. Yeah.
I think the music video is kind of trashy.
Yeah, watching the film made me realise that through the clips and trailers and TV spots, everything was given away basically.
Yep.
It didn't spoil anything. Like it didn't spoil any major plot points,
Yeah,
which you could
yeah.
then argue is because the film didn't have any major plot points.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think
They sort of began. They got to the location. And then we knew Eggman was going to end up in the Mushroom Land from the very first.
which was
trailer.
strange because I thought the reason they added Green Hill was because, but now it's just established that the Mushroom Land is this evil land.
I'm still confused about the whole shoe thing. How the girl just somehow magically had shoes that were his
I'm
size.
going to be honest. Yeah, I want to put this out there because I said this to you. I think
Yeah.
everyone really raved about that scene when it came out online. The little girl giving him his shoes.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah,
It's just confusing. It's
I
like,
hate it.
where
Do you know why I hate it?
Why?
Because weren't his shoes supposed to be specially made for him? Power sneakers, friction resistant. They do not burn
And then
away.
these shoes and the little
Were
girl,
they?
this little girl.
Yes.
Was that the point?
That's a thing.
That is
I
Yeah.
remember.
There's a few questions like, does Sonic have the same size feet? As
Right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
What character in this film had the same size feet as a 3 foot tall blue hedgehog from
Yeah.
space?
It was a cute moment.
It was
but
cute,
it
but
wasn't.
Ass-policious.
It could have been built.
Yeah, I
up.
think that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yet somehow these new shoes were fine. They didn't
I mean,
have a
slowly,
grip
I guess
or-
they'd wear
I
down.
got the impression that the old shoes weren't like they. To me, the way the film presented it wasn't that they couldn't. The wear and tear couldn't keep up the way he was running, which would actually make sense.
Yeah.
But more just a case of he doesn't know anyone. He couldn't buy a pair of shoes, so he just had to get some like shoes out of a bin. Like,
Okay, I guess that
like,
makes sense.
The running and the shoes thing, just to kind of close that
Yeah,
statement,
yeah.
I guess. I noticed, I don't know if this was a reference, maybe I'm insane. Someone will have to confirm this. There was a bit towards the end when Sonic got thrown out back into Green Hills and he was hurt, and then Eggman said something along the lines of, why don't you just give up? Imagine, your poor joints or something like that, and imagine the damage. It's been proven. I was like, was that a game theory reference?
No,
Because he's full on talked about that before,
Yeah,
and
but-
Sonic's joints exploding because he's so fast. That can't be right? I'm reaching.
I have a feeling that's actually just a jogging reference because in the last couple of years, it was brought up in the news that running wears down the cartilage between.
Well, yeah, of
the
course,
knees.
yeah.
But if that is a game theory,
That'd be, yeah. I just had to,
But-
skim past that. Yeah.
okay. So we talked about the amazing opening. We talked about
Characterization.
characterization.
It's like facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Were so good. It makes me so glad that they changed.
Well, most of the facial animation done with points, and they actually that was legit motion tracking, right? Some of it.
They talked a lot about that, and I feel like you could see animation from face tracking in the original design.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with this because I feel like that looked more like a human expressions. With this redesign, I feel like they went a lot more to just
They couldn't have.
cartoonish, exaggerated.
Yeah, but I don't think
maybe
they did
use
it
as
all.
a base point, but like I feel like
As a base point,
I
yeah.
didn't see much of a human
No.
expression in that character. It was very much
Yeah. This is the problem they were trying to avoid, is the fact that Sonic pops out a lot because he's a cartoon. But the film would not have done nearly as well
Yeah.
if they kept Sonic looking like that.
Yeah.
So they needed to make him a cartoon because you know what? You want him to be fun to watch. If we were there for an hour and 49 minutes. I don't want to be looking at that for the amount, especially with the scenes that we had, where a lot of the shots were very.
Yeah.
They were confident.
Yeah.
They were very.
They were like, this
close
looks
up.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now just put that in the perspective of being the weird,
Yeah.
cat-clawed, rat-faced
We don't have to
Sonic
think about that,
with the
thankfully.
tear
Yeah.
ducts. But it was just nice because like it felt real.
yeah.
The
It
fact.
earned it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, he was adorable. He was an adorable character.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that with the old rat roadkill design,
Oh god.
going like, oh, we don't
Well,
know.
that's the thing.
Why don't nobody love me? With his fucking claw. The old design had claws. Did
Yeah.
you know? Nasty looking rat boy.
Realize though that with the meow comment, everything like, apart from the design, this movie is probably exactly as it was originally envisioned. The only thing that was taken back to the drawing board was
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah.
So it makes me think like this was for all the grief we gave it originally. Like,
Yeah.
The film the awful jokes that
Structurally,
yeah,
was good.
It
Yeah.
was solid.
But-
Jim Carrey was solid.
But at the end of the day, like that old design, I would have felt emotionally repulsed by. If that character I'd seen the soles of its feet, I would have just walked out.
But it shows how important that kind of thing is. Regardless, the general public, like as the Sonic fans, saw it as a disrespectful regard to the character. But the general public just saw it as that thing is fucking ugly.
Yeah.
We're supposed to feel bad for it.
Yeah.
But there's a baby version of it with no shoes. But it was good seeing. I'm gonna say it again. It was nice seeing Sonic with emotion and expression.
More than he gets in the games.
He gets way more. Don't get me wrong. This doesn't feel like game Sonic.
No.
It doesn't. But it felt more Sonic than he has in a long time.
Yeah.
Something that I do want to talk about is bringing up the bad design. Was some of the this film was 98% good. 98%, in my opinion, 98% amazing. There were a few things that I did not like. I did not like.
No.
Okay, so we saw from the first. This is going to be my big thing because I can't believe they went down this road so many times. I thought the only fart joke we were going to get was the armpit fart in the football.
Oh yeah, there
Which
was
I was like, okay, that's fine. Sonic
expelling of methane.
almost shot
bare
himself.
methane. Yeah.
They brought up the jar of pickled farts, and I'm like, oh,
What
really?
fart jokes? I just don't like the fact that he farted for some reason.
I think the thing that annoys
It's like
me
Sonic
is the fact
has an
that-
a-hole, confirmed.
I think
me up.
the annoying thing is that joke was then followed by the first time Sonic ate a chili dog.
Yeah. Why would you ruin that?
Why would you ruin it by just letting him fart? And I'm like, it's a kids' movie.
Oh my God. Sonic has an anus, that means he has a penis as well. So many new lore things.
Oh God. Another thing which the first time didn't bug me. Honestly, the worst parts about this movie was the fact that they didn't happen just once. Sonic flosses in the movie
Oh yeah.
twice.
Fortnite dancing in
He
there.
does a fuck.
I wouldn't have minded the flossing for the last time it was used. Because I'd be like,
No, I didn't like that.
See,
I didn't
if
like
I
that.
hadn't have seen it the first time, I think it would have been fine. Because it's an overexcited kid who's finally got his own bedroom with his family.
Yeah.
He's like flossing because that's what.
That's what kids do.
Like,
I
oh my
think-
god, I got my speeder bed. Like, this is amazing. Whereas the first time it was like, no, this is
I
how
ju-
you
I just
celebrate saving
I
lives.
just
Yeah,
took
right.
the tank.
Oh yeah, there was a couple little nitpicks, I guess, in terms if we're gonna go like shit that he gestured and things. I'm sad there was no finger wag.
Yeah, there was no finger
No
wag.
finger wag.
He said, "I'm Sonic." I was expecting him to go Sonic the Hedgehog,
Yeah.
but you know
The
that's
fastest thing alive.
I mean, I'm mainly saying that because I recently watched Battle of Gods, and when Goku, this is
Squeeze the Dragon Ball in
no,
there.
just to put it in reference, when Goku first met Beerus, he goes, "Hey, it's me, Goku," and that's a reference to him bringing the episode together. If
Yeah.
he said, "Do you know what? No, long time no see." Maybe in
We'll get to that.
we're only doing.
I know. I feel like we're kind of finishing up some of the main discussion, so I just want to kind of before we get onto those scenes,
Yes.
I just wanted to say, what would you say the favourite scene in the film was?
Someone else has to go first, yeah.
The one in the bar, the slow motion.
Yeah.
For anyone who's seen X-Men, the first class movies, the Quicksilver scenes. It was a
Yeah.
Quicksilver scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Which very nice, good touch. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah, dude.
See, I'm torn between that bar scene and from when Eggman switched on
The
Quill,
speed.
the speed,
And the chase began.
that leading up to when Sonic punted him.
Yeah, I was.
Just full on smash, and I got my hopes up a little bit too much because the way that he was hitting him.
You
I
were
was thinking,
counting the hits.
Don't tell me it's gonna go to 8 hits.
Yeah.
Because I was like, but then, oh wait, no, he's just gonna go fucking.
What about you, Nicole?
I was going to say the bar scene as well.
You like the bar scene?
Yeah.
I can understand the
The bar
favouritism for
scene
the bar
was
scene.
brilliant. It was a good representation of Sonic speed.
It was cool seeing Sonic line dance.
Oh, that was cute too. I thought it was Sonic starting a bar fight.
Yeah,
Try.
my favourite scene was that ending sequence when Sonic defeated Eggman specifically.
That was incredible.
Because I wanted at some point in the film for him to like do a typical like showcase of his speed, multiple hits, pinball,
Yeah,
Eggman
that
around.
felt very pinball.
And it was so satisfying. He was beating the shit out of that machine. Shit was falling off it. It was exploding. Eggman was
when
freaking
he did
out.
that final hit and the glass.
I love how the whole front caved in. All the glass went up in slow motion.
Yeah, and then he just
fired him through the ring. Gone.
gone.
It was like a Team Rocket blasting off again moment.
Was, yeah.
It was like SA1 when he got thrown by Chaos. Remember?
Yes. When he get hit by like Dark Gaia.
Yeah, it was a
Sonic
typical
Unleashed.
Eggman
It was an
moment.
Eggman.
Yeah,
Why me?
it's very good.
Hey, major spoilers again.
I mean, if this already wasn't
If
spoiler,
it's already right.
big
So there-
spoiler warning.
So there were
Yeah.
two. There was a before credit scene that was shown after the second logo reveal, and a mid credit scene after the graphical thing, the speed me up.
Yeah.
So the first scene, of course, was the thing that we saw in the very first trailer, was when Eggman was in Mushroom Land.
Whatever.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
he descended into madness.
Yeah.
He became Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. It was like a Tom Hanks Castaway moment. He was like
Yeah.
drawing Agent Stone on an actual
On
stone.
a stone.
How long do you reckon he'd been there?
Yeah, because his mustache had grown out. He'd gained weight.
He shaved
His hair away. I thought he went bald, but no, he just shaved it away.
Shaved it away. But I think that's him starting to go mad.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is especially at the beginning of that scene,
Yeah.
he sounded
Different.
like Dr. Robotnik.
The voice went very it suddenly went straight from the chest into growl.
Yeah,
like
into his
very Eggman maniacal voice.
Yeah, it became.
It was so subtle, but it was there.
And you could tell that he was like, desolate for miles.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be able to survive on my own if I was a normal person, but I
Yeah.
have. And he acted crazy.
Yeah.
And he started laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah.
So not only did he know that he was the best,
At what
I
he
know.
does, yeah.
now he's like, right, well, guess what? I'm gonna cover you again.
It's so he kept the quill.
He kept the quill.
He obviously salvaged parts from the machine he was in, and he's going to use those to do what? Unless he finds a ring.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Are these worlds scattered across the universe? Are they?
Yeah.
Are they in region? Are they in? Oh yeah, because Earth.
Longclaw specifically said, "I'm going to send you to one of the planets at the furthest point of the universe."
Yeah.
So they're all in the same universe. Confirmed. 2 worlds.
But that's-
Earth, Sonic's world, same universe.
But that's the
Confirmed.
thing with Sonic's quill. What can he? He could do so many different things. He could travel crazy amounts of speed.
Yeah, if he built a spaceship,
you
could
never
do
know.
that, yeah.
You never know.
For some reason, they also made his nose red.
Yeah, his nose was red.
Yeah, gave him a red
It was
nose.
very subtle,
Yeah.
but he had the red
this is
nose.
very good.
Just wish it had been put in the original trailer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine if we hadn't seen that.
Like,
Imagine
it
if we
was-
didn't know.
Yeah.
That would be such a huge moment.
But thankfully,
Thankfully,
there was another.
okay, put yourself in this setting. We're gonna get real here. So you've seen Eggman, you've seen the movie, you're happy, you're like, oh wow, Jim Carrey's Eggman was actually really cool. You're watching the end credits, and maybe you're a kid or you're a parent and you're starting to go home, and I feel so bad for there were a few people that left. And
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we were told we saw on the internet that there was going to be a mid-credit scene.
There were leaks. Yeah.
So then it cuts to Green Hills again, and you're
Earth, by the way.
not the good one.
It's going to get really annoying.
Our shit one.
Yeah.
And the score picks up, and these leaves are flying around,
Yeah.
and a ring
Bam.
comes out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and then you think, okay, what's going to happen? You think they're going to suddenly ease into it? No, this silhouette of a small fox boy
Oh, yeah.
comes flying out the ring,
Yeah.
lands on, and who is it?
It's Tails.
Fucking Tails,
Tails was
boy.
in it, yeah.
Tails.
Looking great.
Looking amazing.
Yeah.
Very much like holy.
Sounding like she wasn't in the credits.
Yeah.
We could not find who voiced
There was a Polish credits leak as well, which had
which
Miles
had
listed,
Yeah, but
which I may have seen because I scrounged around the Sonic Show Facebook DMs at one point.
and going into what Jamie said about the audience clapping, everyone stopped.
Oh yeah.
When
there were
the
people
credits stopped.
they were leaving and they froze. And just
Yeah.
like, whoa, wait.
What is happening? And then when Tails happened, people, me included, lost their mind.
Yeah.
There were claps.
Yeah.
I heard a whistle somewhere, unless it was just my soul. But they were so and I'm kind of mad because I was too taken aback by the fact that Tails was there
To kind of
to even look at it.
Yeah.
But then and I think did it start that he had one tail?
No, you just didn't see his tails.
I don't know if it was intentional, but I feel like the way the shots were framed at the first, it looked like you could only see one tail, and then pan around you could see the second.
Two tails.
So I don't think it was an intentional reveal, but when I saw both, I was very happy.
And he had a machine in his hand, and I think he said like, if these readings are correct, he's here, and I've found him.
By the way, that machine was yellow and had a green screen, and it looked very much like a Miles Electric.
Oh my god! But that means.
But like a mini one, like a handheld one, like the first version.
I mainly want this to get a sequel, not only because I think that they could pull off with half the budget now, and with less time, because I think the biggest gripe has been solved.
Yeah.
I want to know why Tails is there.
Yeah. Do they know each other?
Do they know each other?
I found him. Let's hope I'm not too late. What
For
are you
what?
talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I reckon personally that they don't know each other.
Theory
in
time.
This
Okay.
cinematic universe.
Yeah.
They don't know each other. Tails has been sent to find him, and potentially it's because I don't know how much time has passed in this post-credit scene, but Eggman, as he is now, has been causing havoc somewhere, and now they're like, right, we've got to find Sonic.
Because Tails isn't from the same island as Sonic.
No, he's from West Side Island.
Which was never really, acknowledged.
No.
But
So,
and them teasing the Chaos Emeralds, which again, I'm furious that I didn't see it.
It's alright.
Which means I've got to go see it.
I can show you a screenshot.
Yeah,
I
but-
have it.
Oh my god!
So we're gonna the sequel, Chaos Emerald, Supersonic Death Egg.
Not only was I happy with the movie, but seeing Tails.
Tails was good, man.
It broke me.
Can you imagine if or when the sequel happens, how good the action was and how free flowing it was with Sonic? Imagine like the tag team action you could get with
Sonic
Tails.
and Tails.
Sonic and Tails.
But
dude.
even then, the little time we had with Tails was really good.
Yeah, and did you notice not only did they show off the flying and stuff and all the major, he had his own orange streak of energy.
Yeah, he was fast on his own.
It's like he's fast when he flies,
Yeah,
right?
but-
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I can't. We're just trying to figure out who that voice is.
It sounds too much like Colleen to
And-
not be.
But why would they put Colleen in and not Roger?
Roger.
yeah, that's why I don't.
I don't think it's her. I think it's just very similar.
So
It
much
didn't,
like
it
her.
didn't sound like a celebrity.
No,
voice
it
at all.
sounded
It
so
sounded
much
like-
current Tails.
It's weird. If
Well, I
that,
think-
yeah.
Was Tails added in at the end of development? Was Tails even planned to be in a post-credit scene?
So
What?
I just went on the IMDb page.
Mhm.
And it's Colleen.
It is Colleen.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my! That is the biggest middle finger to Roger. I've
What the
got.
poor fucking Roger, dude?
I know.
You kidding me?
Okay, but to be fair, this probably also enforces the fact that Tails wasn't always planned for the movie.
Yeah, they probably just last minute went, oh shit.
Right,
no.
get Colleen.
And to be fair, why would you get a celebrity name for a character that's in a post-credit scene right at the very end? The one
Yeah.
thing that will never make sense to me, and now that I've seen it in the movie, makes even less sense, is how the fuck does curling into a ball work?
I don't get it.
Because
What's his spine doing?
that scene in the attic where he's
Where, yeah,
Where
his, where are his legs? Yeah.
where are his legs, and why did his quills
What's his spine doing?
come under here?
Yeah.
So what's happening?
Yeah.
It's almost like his head is stretched back.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it looked cool in motion.
Oh,
Seeing
totally.
the ball rolling in motion was cool.
Yeah.
That's the difference. When it was in motion, you don't have to overthink it.
Yeah.
When it was that still scene of his eyes poking through the smoke, like you're now having to make.
You now have to
think,
figure
how
out.
is this working?
Because now all I can see is two models in that scene. One where he's talking, one where he's got a blank face, but the spikes are up over
Actually,
here.
although I guess they didn't show. It doesn't make sense, like really, where the legs went. But I guess they were trying to make it look like a real hedgehog
Yeah.
curling into a ball.
Yeah.
Because their legs do disappear, really,
Yeah.
don't they?
But Sonic never disappeared. Because,
Right,
Because when
yeah.
he turned into a ball in the classic games, that was an animation effect.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what made you think, oh, he's in a ball. So you see it for one frame of him being in a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the other times, he's just scrunched up
And spinning.
and spinning.
Yeah.
So seeing him in a stagnant ball, which we never see,
Yeah.
he's always either.
Although I'm okay with the now that I've seen it, I kind of like that. If they started doing that in the games more,
100%.
sure.
Well, I
Whatever,
mean, we
yeah.
already have the jump ball,
right,
you know.
which is kind of the same thing, I guess. Yeah.
So it's not. It was just weird.
Yeah.
It was just
It
weird
fits
to
purpose
see.
of getting through the scene.
So,
Should we do an overall score? I was gonna go like we thought we could go round the like out like out of 10. What would you give the film?
No, not 10.
What would you give it, Nicole? Out of 10.
10's a bit too generous, honestly. It's definitely good. It's
Okay.
way better than I thought.
Do
it was
what?
gonna
Say
be.
what you want to say.
Like,
Don't worry, only everyone's going to judge you for your opinion because it's still a Sonic fan base, no matter what happens.
I'll give it.
Because you were hyping still about it, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to like not think too much of like the hype of it. I'll probably give it a 9. I would say it definitely was.
Really? That is generous.
I like how Sonic was characterized.
I feel like 10's a bit too generous. I'll give it a 9. What about you, Jordan?
9, and that's not me including the hype because I would have given it a 10.
Okay.
But there were just
Just some moments.
not even technically. There were just some parts in the story like the fart jokes which I just don't feel were necessary, regardless of it being a kids' film. Didn't need it.
Yeah.
The flossing again, I wouldn't have minded if it was
if it is.
less. Generally, if it would even be a 9.5 if I myself didn't look at everything online. You know, the tail scene shots it straight out of the park.
Yeah.
By the way, but yeah, solid 9.5 out of 10.
What about you?
9.9.
9.735.
I feel like having just seen it, it's a 9. I feel like having and I will be watching it more.
Maybe it
It will
might
settle down
change.
to an
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
But so still quite high.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I love about this film is, considering I mentioned like I don't feel there's a strong narrative of any kind. It just sort of scenes happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like the pacing was good. Nothing didn't hang around in one area too long. We're talking about the opening area. Like it explained why he left the area and Baby Sonic was done and moved on to the next scene. Moved on to the next scene. There was no dip in this movie to me where I felt like, oh, this is that like
This is gonna
third
drag,
act which
isn't it?
just hangs around for a bit. It just kept going. It's like, oh, this is. I know this. The only downside, I guess, is when I was like, oh, this is the end now, and I was like, oh, I know it's the end now because I know I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know what's
Well,
happening.
this isn't through leaks and stuff. This is just stuff that's out. But I really, really enjoyed it. It's currently a 9 because my head's just thinking of everything. But
I have a score in my head, but I don't know how to explain why. It's
What do you
just
mean?
how I feel about it.
I mean, that's fine.
I have no explanation as to why.
tell us how you.
An 8.
How fucking dare you?
But I-
How?
However, I feel like in a year it'll drop to a 7.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, I guess
I have no explanation for why.
I think understandably. I mean,
The story is very basic.
It's. I think that's what's putting me off.
It is a very basic.
It's
story.
basic.
I thought
wish there was more to it.
I thought Detective Pikachu was really good, and now I'm just kind of like, it is a good
yeah,
movie.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. It was good, but it's I guess kind of generic in a way.
I think that's the worry, is the fact that because we're Sonic fans, this is where we all get real and we go, wow, the movie's actually pretty bad. No. It's still a great movie. I think it's, especially for this time of year, it's great. Nothing is going on. No other movies are happening. I think there's like bird shit is going on or something.
bird, yeah.
I mean, there's a big bird in this film, so you can go see that. But because we're Sonic fans, we have such a deep connection and we've known about this for years. Just knowing that it's happened. I mean, Nicole and I just going up to the theatre, we were like, we don't know if we can handle it, and we're like, this is a movie.
Yeah.
Give it a year's time when the dust settles, we're like, the Sonic movie's going to be on our shelves, you know, like in
the old news. By
it'll
that
be,
point.
but we'll remember it as like you
It's
could make
extremely fond thing.
you could make a documentary just on the marketing and the development of the film on its own.
I applaud them for how they handled it. I really do.
I think we do need to say that Jeff Fowler, Tim Miller, Tyson Hess, all the animators, the VFX artists, Hyper Potions for the music, Junkie XL, like everyone who worked on this film, you could feel the passion and love that they had for the project.
Yeah.
And even though they did get hit back, especially at the beginning,
Oh yeah.
they went, "Do you know what? Yeah, okay. and they took a risk that not a lot of other companies would do.
Yeah.
And I think they've massively paid off for it. If these numbers are true,
I feel like we've talked about everything we have to. All I know is that we walked out of that like arm in arm, basically going, "Isn't it a good time to be a Sonic fan?" Basically, like
This was
yeah.
I don't know. I think this a lot of people are going to find this film in different. Without getting too personal, I've needed this film.
I needed this.
I needed it because it's such a high at the moment.
It is.
And I think that's what a lot of people are going to be judging it on, or they're going to try and rationalize their opinion. And I think, we can say what we want, right? But at the end of the day, I say all this stuff about the film, like animation-wise or story-wise. I had a fucking brilliant time from start to finish, and you're damn right I'm seeing it again as many times as I can before this run ends with the fucking theatre runs, and then I'm getting it Blu-ray day one. Anyway,
what's a closing statement for this? Or like a way to end it? Someone give me a... We're the Sonic Show. That was our awesome impromptu review. We're gonna get drunk now, probably.
Probably cry.
Hit the
Yeah.
notification bell,
Hit
smash
that bell
like.
icon.
Oh, don't drink, kids. Shit. Hang on. Wait. Wait, what was it? Now it's whiskey. Now it's a bottle of cola. Now it's beer.
All right.
Sonic movie 2020. It's great.
Good stuff.